Hi, Clayton. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. As you join, please share. Hi, Clarice. You're welcome, my dear. Thank you for joining. Please share the video as you come in. Tag your friends so they can join us. Today, not today. Today, not today. Chanel, we wouldn't enjoy this music. I say Cameroon had music. Oh, tag your friends, please. Chanel, some of you enjoying all timers. Oh, some of you just enjoying our old timers. I don't know if this if the video keeps freezing, I hope the video is fine. Please let me know if you can see me and you can get me well, just so it's not freezing. As you get in, please tag your friends, call your friends, just in case they don't know we're live yet. Today, not today. I see. Oh, thank you, Kingsley. Thank you, Leslie Kingsley. Okay, because I mean, when I watch from another phone, it seems like it's freezing. I don't know why. Chanel, you want the earring? Guys, please, as you come in, pump the heart, share the video. We should just get as many as possible. What else to talk on this topic today is very important. For how long should dating last before it leads to marriage? Is there a rule to that? Let me arrange this thing. I don't know what's happening. There was a time that when we go for a Cameroonian party, we play just our music. Oh, hey! If I remember those days of secondary school, those days where we would go so a party then, so they playing our music then. School they get social, so our music or the dance out the stage longer then. We stage longer then dance. If anything want art, we struggle for art American pop today. Nah, it's in the don't turn down. I don't understand. We don't play our own again. A lucky, okay. Thanks for joining. We'll talk about my status later, yeah. Thanks for joining. We'll talk about my status later. Hey. We dance mama get and so young for skin. You don't be that and say Cameroon music don't turn on away to no play am again. Guys, please tag your friends, call your friends, keep sharing the videos. Thanks for coming. Hi, Jocelyn. Hello, Jocelyn. Hey, Jocelyn. Hey, my dear, I'm sorry. I delayed though. Ask me what I was doing. I cannot tell. I delayed today. For real, I'm sorry. Coming late. Who no find music? Who no find music? Tag your friends. Today, not today. For how long should dating, courtship last before marriage? For how long? Is there a cut-off rule for that? Is there a time frame for that? Hey. Tawe grandfriend the city wear trousers and on toy. Ha. On a joke. Ha. If you take trousers so they put an on toy so on top belly. If they want me bad, the one they finish and they ask some pinafore for them. That pinafore Jake and so bring and so. And flat belly say flat belly that time. I don't even think flat tummy was necessary for the men, eh? Hey. Number one. Why am I not seeing you guys tagging your friends? Why is it not happening? Why is it not happening? Why are you not tagging your friends? Eva. Usually, where's Mirabelle? Where's Mirabelle? Who remembers Delhi? Ha! Who remembers Delhi? Hey, Delhi. Wednesdays and Saturdays. On Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now we don't know. Sierra TV was interesting, no. Police Iran. Have they see all kinds of staging? Okay, Jocelyn. Call your friends. We are starting soon, please, guys. We are starting soon. Maybe that listen to my music and then why we start. Oh, Ekwe, you remember? Delhi. Oh my goodness. Wednesdays and Saturdays. You have to shower before 4 o'clock. I think it was 4 o'clock, right? Shower before 4 o'clock. No, Saturday was in the morning, but Wednesdays at 4 o'clock. Before we knew that, taking everything that used to at least interest children. Okay, guys. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Please keep sharing the video. Keep liking it. I think we are getting really slow. The shares are going, yes, but the pumping of hearts, the like, if you're here, please kindly like the video. Don't forget to like the video as you get into the house. Don't forget to tag your friends. Tag them here. They'll see that you've tagged them under a video. They're going to join you. Let's have this discussion. It's been going on for some time where some people are like, for how long should you date someone before you get married? I think people have diverse opinion about this. You know, people have their different opinions about how long should you date someone or be in a courtship before you get married. For how long should we do that before we get married? There are different opinions to that, but today I want us to talk about it. I want us to have this discussion because some people think they can date even for 20 years and it works for them. They think they can date even for 2 weeks or anything like, okay. But for how long should we date before we get married? Please, guys, like I said, when you get in, please just be use the reactions, please. Be using the reactions as you get in so that the video will get noticed by many people. And then they can keep joining us, and then we have this discussion. I always tell you people, when we are here, as for me, whether it's 5 people when we are having this discussion, 5 people is already like a small group of people having a discussion, and we can learn from each other, we can hear from each other. So I'm going to be talking here because at least you can hear me, but I'll still be reading your comments because I also like to hear from you. I like to get your opinion. I like to get what you have to say about this. For how long should we date, be in a courtship before we get married? Now, the very first thing I want us to have in mind, I mean, that's my opinion. Is it my opinion, or is it somewhere that someone can send me to read? Is the fact that there's no cut-up rule written somewhere. It's not written anywhere like this should be the time frame for dating or courtship. It's not written anywhere. That one, I think we can all agree on that. We have not written anywhere that people must date from this time to this time before they get married, or people must be in a courtship from this time to this time before they get married. Do we all agree? Please just indicate if you agree, because that's what I think. There's no cut-off rule. Nobody's making the rule anywhere. No one is following. We are not following rules and regulations when it comes to dating, when it comes to courtship, in terms of longevity. You do it as you feel, but then sometimes there are some consequences. And what are these consequences? The consequences come because we have seen some people falling for these consequences, or we have seen some people suffering from these consequences, either because they dated for too long or because they dated for a very short time. That's exactly why we are having this discussion. If not, it should have been a very free thing for anyone to decide. Just decide the way you want to do it. But then, since we have actually observed that some people have actually faced consequences because of longevity or maybe a very short time, yes, then we are now coming to say that it's good for us to have this discussion. Thank you guys. Thanks for the feedback. Now, so the first thing I want us to start discussing, since there are no rules and regulations somewhere, the first thing I want us to talk about is, first of all, what's your reason for dating? Why are you dating? I think your time frame for dating depends on why you are dating in the first place. Why are you dating? Are you dating because you need a companion? Are you dating because someone, I mean, this available guy you're interested in, this available guy you've been crushing on is now available? Hi, Vivian. You're welcome, my dear. Is that why you're dating? Are you dating because Paul, who was interested in you, like Eloki came here and was asking if I'm single? I could just now start dating Eloki because he's asking if I'm single. So are you dating because someone was available and the person asked you out? Is that the reason why you're dating? Why are you dating? Thank you, Vivi. Thanks so much. Why are you dating? Are you dating because someone asked you out at that time? Are you dating because you are at a time when you're ready to settle down? Are you dating because, yes, dating for you is fun? Are you dating because all your friends are dating? Why are you dating? I think that's the most important thing, what we should establish in the first place. Why are we dating? Ask yourself, why are you dating? Why are you dating? Why do you have to date, by the way? Thank you, Jake Gwendolyn. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, dear sister. Why are you dating? Because my reason for dating is not the same like Vivi's reason for dating. It's not the same like Jake's Gwendolyn's reason, or maybe Jocelyn's reasons. It's not the same. It's not the same reason for you. I mean, your brother's reason for dating is not the same like your reason for dating. We all have our different reasons. So why are you dating? Why exactly are you dating? Now, when you think about your reason for dating, right? You now know why. For how long do you want to be in a relationship? You now know for how long do you want to be in a relationship. If we look at, for example, right, there are people who are dating simply because they just want to date. They don't want to be single. You know, I think I said it, there are some people who cannot be single. There are some people who cannot be single. At any point in their lives, they can never be single. Don't expect them to be single. They will not be single. There's nothing like single in their dictionary. Once they are moving from one relationship, they are just getting into another. You know, as this relationship, when the relationship for them be made, let's say the shake no. When you just make, let's say the shake, trust me, the next person, boy with the show head, they already start consider. Or the next lady they see, they start considering like, no, the other relationship, it doesn't seem like it's working. So let me start thinking, you know. You get. So that's the point. Some people date because they cannot be single. So they get into a relationship. They're just dating. Hi, Mirabel, you're welcome. Welcome, my dearest. So that's exactly why they're dating. They are dating because they just need to be in a relationship. And if somebody like that is dating because she just needs to be in a relationship, right? And then she gets into that relationship and she meets a guy who also is dating because he also wants to be in a relationship. Who are we? Who am I to tell them when they should get married? Who am I to tell them, no, this one I don't have a date for long or what I want for? It's not my position. It's not our position to do that. It's not in my capacity to tell them for how long they should date. Because these two people are clearly fun catchers. Yeah, they just want to date. Yeah, they just want to be in a relationship. They just want to be together. They just want, and then they meet the right person. And this person also just wants to date. And then those kind of people, when they date, they have nothing in their minds about marriage. There's nothing behind them. Like, they're not thinking about marriage at that time. And let me say something. In most of the time, not 100% all the time though, but in most cases, those who fall under these categories are very young set of people. Your secondary school days, your high school days. Yes. Now, I mean, see, now very few people they do it for secondary school days, for high school day. They will already start to overthink, like, I should think before I start dating. I should think before I start dating. Not everybody was like that. Some people those days, so far as their friends are in a relationship, they also have to be in a relationship. They have to be in a relationship. There's nothing like being out of a relationship. There's nothing like being single. So those people, they are young at that time. They're young at that time. They get into their relationship as young people, as youth, as teenagers at that time. And then they start dating. They are just dating. Those kind of people, for example, guess what? They will date for long. Some of them even started dating from that secondary school. They date until they graduate. They graduate from the university. They get into the university. They graduate. We'll be there. You be so no, we'll be no the way that they carry forward their dating. We know the way they be carry forward their dating. We actually, when you be right, we knew those people when they say relationship carried forward. Carried forward relationship. Oh no, sorry, brought forward. Relationship brought forward. They took it from secondary school into high school, and then they brought it forward to university. They met us at the university when they were dating. So those kind of people, do you want to question them? If they have been dating for that long, will you be telling them, no, why una date for long? So why you guys should get married? No, you won't. You won't tell those kind of people should get married that have been dating for long. They started dating at an early age. They started dating when to them dating was just dating. And so at this time, you cannot compare them with some 40-year-old or maybe 30 plus somebody who wants to get into a relationship. So at that time, why did they start dating? They started dating for fun. Sometimes, just maybe sometimes in future, they might have a reason to get married. They might have a reason to get married. But trust me, sometimes they don't end up getting married. They date, and then they separate. And that's why you hear some like, my first love, we dated for long. Oh, I can never forget about her. I cannot forget about him. We dated for so long. We loved each other. The love was this and that and that. Yes. Now that people, the way they don't date today. They don't date today. They be almost paired up for school, say, GC board get to even know them. You know, that set of datas, right? That set of data, so GC board, we almost know themselves. Those set of people, now, those are the first set of people who date because they just want to be in a relationship. And I've also said, most of the time, this is the age group of the people who get into relationships like that. Now, we also have these people who date because of age pressure. Exactly, Nadesh. When dating was just dating, you know, when dating was just dating, you people are just dating. Hey, yeah, boyfriend. It's exactly, Jocelyn. They don't end up even getting married because the foundation was just to date. They did not have any preconception about marriage. Their foundation was just today. So if they don't end up getting married, to them it's I mean, you know, I don't care. It's fine. Let's just move on. We've had the best of our time, you know. We can just. Now, I was talking about this set of people who are under age pressure. Age pressure, that's this set of people who date because they feel like they are too old to be single. They feel like they are too old to be single. And if you're dating because you're too old to be single, somehow, right? Somehow, it means somehow you're also thinking about marriage. You're thinking that you're too old not to be married. You're thinking you're too old not to be married. You know, sometimes, I think I mentioned this some time ago that in the past, before we went to the university, they used to tell us, Mommy, I beg ya, no don't go, no try enter university, you never married, no try complete, you never married, right? Jocelyn, what are you saying? What, is it no Mirabel, what are you saying? People that know be the height go date. You don't know it here. How many classmates have you get that they date? Dating. Dating with dating. So would you see what classmates they date? So they date for Form 2. The physical national bad fashion this, but they date. People they date. Date so teacher no feel no. Teacher is always suspect. What are we? Which teachers have? Even there's some of the teachers were dating girls in school. They were dating. Pidgin that was prohibited from school like that where people not speaking pidgin. Jangali, they be the dates, the man. People they be the dates. And dates. Even for boarding school, they claim that they control and say nowadays the highest couple they be carry forward. They carry forward relationship into university. Second boarding schools, the highest. So let's not even talk about these schools that will be thinking that okay, when they get home, that's when they go meet their boyfriends. Boarding schools. then they brought forward relationships. Now, I was trying to explain that when you're also under age pressure to date, it also means somehow you're also under age pressure to get married. This kind of person, that age. Okay, I was trying to explain that in the past they used to say that no finish secondary school, no finish high school, we never get a man, no finish university, we never get a man. Guys, I don't know what is happening. You're not tagging your friends. I don't know if you're actually liking the video. I don't know if you're sharing this video. I don't know. I don't know actually. You understand? Okay, so at that time, the age was 20 something, right? When they were saying that, they were actually looking like, okay, you graduate from university between 21 to 24 years old. So they already to say, okay, me married. But now, when they talk about age, people start looking from 30. Now, something that they change. I remember in secondary school, at the university. When we were at the university, we used to belong to youth groups. We'll be in these groups. Hey, they go to tell me, say, some person they 30 years. Or they look the person say, why? Wow. 30 years. Gee, wow. Hey. We'll be called up an auntie. We'll be the auntie for people from them. They say, wow, man don't reach 30 years. Hey. This sister them. 30 years. They don't reach 30 years. But guess what? When we finally want to reach the 30 years, the 30 years can't last the lesson at 20 years old. It's something, you know. When we finally got to that 30 years, it was like nothing. That's the shifting ideologies, shifting everything in the society. There is the change of mind in terms of everything. So even what they call age pressure, it changes too. It's not the same like before. Now, at this time, what are they looking at? 30 plus. 30 plus. When you're now 30 and above, they're looking at it like, okay. So if you're not married, if you're under that pressure, you now get into a relationship because you want to get married, right? Those are the kind of people, mostly, those are the kind of people we want to talk about. Those kind of people. For how long should you date before you get married? And now this is what I want to ask. If you're getting into a relationship because you're already under pressure of age, according to you, your neighbors, and the people who think you're too old to be single, how long do you think you start dating? Do you now get into a relationship and date for 5 years? That's the question. That's the magic question. Do you now get into a relationship at that age under that pressure, and then you date for 5 years. How possible is that? If you're already getting into a relationship because of age pressure, for how long should you date? These are the dangers. If you want to date, see, if you want to date for 10 years, right? We are in no position to tell you for how long to date. I think I said this in the beginning. I'm in no position to tell you that, no, don't date for too long. No, date for a short time. No, don't date for this. Hi, Nadine. Nadine is here. You're welcome, my dear. No, 5 years is too much. No, 10 years is too much. It's not my position to do that. I want us to understand. It's not in my place to do that. No. But the question I want to ask you, you're getting into a relationship at that time with that kind of pressure. If you date for 5 years and you don't end up getting married, because you were dating, getting there, if you're getting into a relationship because of pressure, it's obviously that you're actually hoping to get married to that person. You're actually hoping to get married to that person. So if you get into a relationship with this person and you turn out to date this person for, let's say, like 5 years, if they marry no sister, how you do them? How you do them? Because I know sometimes we just sometimes we make this statements and maybe people don't understand when you be like, how can a relationship last for 5 years? And people be like, no, it's okay. It's okay for a relationship to last for 5 years. I don't think it's because sometimes it's either we are looking at just our situation that worked, or we are looking at the fact that, okay, maybe we were not even thinking about marriage, or we are looking at, but the question, when we ask questions like that, we are asking in the sense that your plans were to get married. Your plans were to get married, actually, right? Yes, your plans were to get married, and then you got into that relationship because of pressure. I want us to, the key word is pressure. You got into that relationship because of pressure. Time pressure, age pressure. What are you doing there for 5 years? What exactly are you doing there for 5 years? In that case, let me be honest with you. Some people be like, okay, if they're married, they come in here and you just continue. No, that's time wastage. That person is your time waster. And unfortunately for you, you don't know. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because if you're in a relationship and you're under pressure, age pressure, you want to get married. You want to get married as now. Look, make sure you're getting into a relationship with a guy or a lady who is equally at your state at a particular moment, as ready as you are. I'm not saying that you now go, a guy asks you out the first question, hey, man, you be ready for marriage because as I did so, na married, I stand for you, so I wait na married, and I need to wait any other thing except married. That's not what I'm saying. Or I'm not saying that as a guy, you go to ask a lady out, you now go, the first thing is, I came to ask you if you're ready for marriage, because as for me, I'm ready for marriage, and I want to know if you're ready for marriage so that we can start a relationship. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it is possible that you start a relationship with somebody you're interested in, and you take a very short time to know this person's motives. What do they want? What exactly do they want? Are you pressured? Do you feel pressured? Do you feel pressured? Do you think, when I even talk about feeling pressure, right? I'm talking about, are you ready? Do you think I'm ready to get married now? And then this other person, you think this other person is not ready to get married? When I meet up, right? It means your motives are the same. Your motives are the same at that time. Let me tell you, you get to know who is ready or who is not ready. Una not tell me say, una go there for relationship for 1 year before una know whether some person be ready. You know, from that behavior, you know. A person who is ready for marriage, right? Guys, listen. A person who is ready for marriage, I'm saying this especially to ladies because sometimes it seems like men, like I said last time, men have these pressures, they don't show it. They don't show us when they have this pressure, this time frame pressure and all of this. But unfortunately, a woman's own is seen by everyone. A woman, then you show until they go past. So let me talk to women now. In this sense, right? If you meet somebody who is ready to get married, even if that person will not end up with you, but I'm saying that somebody who is ready to get married, you know the way this person communicates, You will know. You will know the way this person even shows interest in what you have. When I know this set off, I say, what's happening? Have we? Guys, keep liking the video. When I like the video, I don't know what's happening. Okay. You know this set of guys who will take their time, show you that they're interested in you. They will ask you out. And then you go consider, say, okay, the one day, let's say, we'll fit try something out. And then automatically they become very busy. Automatically they become very busy. Or they start competing emotions with you. I call it competing emotions. They start competing emotions with you. You just should also person go and say, if I call today, you call tomorrow. If I call tomorrow, you call after tomorrow. If I call for 1 o'clock, you call for 5 o'clock. If I call this time, you call this time. See, I have a belief in something, eh? I believe that men are natural hunters. That's what I believe. I believe men are actually hunters. They like hunting. They go out there to hunt. So they do these things. Now, by the way, man picking for the communicate. Yes, sometimes will do it, okay. Some of them will be like, you know what? I don't like what's happening. I don't like what's going on. The way you ignore sometimes, like you don't check on me, you don't this, you don't that. Like they'll feel bad because they also want to be checked on. But guess what? Guess what? They will hardly want to compete with you in terms of I do one today, you get for do one tomorrow. I greeted you 2 weeks ago. I'm the one who greeted you 2 weeks ago. And you this. I am the one who this and you that. Why? And you They will rarely do that. You know why? Behind their minds, they know that they came for you. They hunted. They came and hunted. And they have gotten you. And most of them, unless they have been in a relationship with you for so long, they will not want to start that competition. Emotional competition. They will not want to start it. Why? They are still trying hard to prove themselves worthy of your relationship, worthy of your companionship, worthy of your concern, worthy of your love, worthy of your everything. They are still trying at that moment to show themselves worthy of those things. So they don't even have that time to try to prove emotional, I did it yesterday, you should do it. I did it and I did this and this and this and that. No. So when you see that kind of man who is already competing with you, know very well that he's not ready. It not be ready. I'm saying it. He's not ready. He's not ready. Another set of men that you will know that they are not ready to settle down or they are not ready to get married. I'm saying this because we are not derailing we are not getting out of our topic of time frame of dating. But I'm just saying this so that some of you don't date people for 2 years and come and say he wasted my time, because the signs were there. He was just being him, I guess. And even if he was telling you we will get married, did you see him make some moves? No, no. Another set of people you know are not ready. You know, you cannot change, I would say, like, you cannot change somebody, right? You can only help somebody to be a better version of that person's self. You can only help somebody to move from one level to the other, but not like you can change somebody like I'm the one who changed. I came and changed John. I came and changed this person. It's difficult to change an adult, a whole adult. You can only help supportively to help that person now. But now you see this set of people that you get with them, like you get entangled with them, and there's a particular thing about them that you keep complaining about it, and then they keep apologizing, like on monthly basis. They apologize like salary where they collect. They apologize like salary that they collect every month and they apologize every month and they apologize, and then on the first of the next month they start the same thing and even worse. They do the same thing and even worse. You know those set of people, they are not even ready. They are not ready. They are not ready to settle down. Sister, not even try. Not try for push up. Not try for push up. Somebody who is ready to settle down. Somebody who is ready to settle down will obviously not want to lose you. By doing the same one and the same thing over and over. Don't know what. Let me read this Mirabel's comment. Mirabel says, men are really natural hunters. Not them that, not them that some will even play blame games as to how you are uncaring and unemotional because you don't call or check on them. Exactly. Justine. Hey. I said I don't know person he apologize on a monthly basis. He apologize less than a salary where the receiver. I tell you if he say at the joke. He apologize less than a salary. Every month. If he skips a month, you know, say he may say the next month he easily apologize. But guess what? That person is apologizing for doing the same thing. That's even the most annoying thing. Somebody can even apologize for doing something different. But the most annoying part is these people who apologize for doing the same thing. The same thing. They apologize to send a salary, they don't go take up. They apologize. You want to be the next time. Now then that, they do the same thing. You want to complain again. They say, well, they don't know. It's not intentional. It's not intentional. They apologize. This side of people have told you they're not ready. They are just not ready. So, hi, Olivia, you're welcome. So when you see these time wasters of, I'm too busy. Yes, I guess you should understand that I'm too busy. We cannot talk all the time. There's something, I believe in communication. Hey. I know that what keeps a relationship, especially existing relationship, is communication. That's what I believe in. And so if you are busy, you're too busy to communicate with that one person you're dating, and then forget it. Yes, people are busy. Sometimes I always like, people are busy. You cannot be too busy such that all your entire life, you're going to work, you're coming back, you're eating, you're sleeping. You know, man would work 24/7. Nobody works 24 hours and 7. Is there anyone who actually works 24 hours and 7? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's anyone who works for 24 hours for 7 days. I don't think so. So I'm just saying that, answer Kitu, why like fight again? So you did not even show up. How will I welcome you when you've not shown up? Now you're crying. Don't cry. Take this tissue. Take this tissue, boy. Take it. Here. Use it. Wipe your eyes. Ashaya. No cry. So, people will be in a relationship. They can barely communicate. And then you hear somebody is like, hey, no, I'm very busy. And we cannot talk. And I'm busy. Oh, those kind of people that they talk to you for 1 second. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. See, I've experienced a situation where, guess what? Somebody will call you, come back from work. Hi, how are you? Anyanka, you're welcome, my dear. How are you? Fine. And then before you know it, oh, 1 minute, there's a call coming in, let me answer. Hope the person answers the call and then comes back again. Yeah, so like I was saying, oh, 1 minute, there's a call, the person answers the call. Goes. Then stays for the call like 50 minutes, come back. Oh, no. So you can talk for 50 minutes to others. And you come back. It's not your boss. That's like it's why they are also know. This is a serious Ashia. It's going to be accompanied by a hawk letter. Please don't worry. It's for real. It's for real. Ashia, don't cry. Don't cry. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bae, you're welcome into this household. So the person is like 5 minutes, and then you go, so you can talk for 50 minutes, and this is not working hours, so it's not your boss you're talking to, and then you come back again, and then before we could talk now for 2 minutes, you're like, I'm really tired, I want to sleep, we talk tomorrow. I'm tired, I want to sleep, we talk tomorrow. And then guess what? The next day again, the person goes to work, back again from work, really late, and then most of the time those kind of people, they ensure that they call you towards that sleeping hour, that really late hour, so that by the time they're saying they're tired, you won't complain. They call you, how are you? Oh, give me 1 minute, 1 minute, please. I had to call somebody, let me call somebody, I'm coming back. They call, they come back. Yes, so like you literally have no time to discuss anything serious. You have no time to discuss anything serious. Before you know it, guess what? I dump your ass. Yes, I dump your ass, because it is not your problem. It will be my problem If I see that our goals do not align, and then I stay in a relationship like that, our goals do not align. Those kind of relationships are those kind of relationships where it don't let tire. It don't let Tasmania tire. We don't patch and patch and patch and patch and patch and patch and. For change tire, Tasmania green change tire. You don't patch your tires. You know that taxi driver, the way each time that tire bust, they ever get spare tire, then they ever go patch and patch and patch and patch and patch and. Those are the kind of relationships you're talking about. Who even gave answer to a top fan badge? How did you get it? Hey, who gave this guy? Seriously, guys. So you see, you don't go pass him. It like tire away. Don't pass him. It can't reach some level, you know. Tire ne hole again. Tire just deny say you pass him, you no go work. That's exactly what happens with some relationships that we find ourselves in. So as this person keeps dealing with you, you know, the person is operating with you like medical prescription. The person is operating with you like medical prescription. It can make so go like medical prescription. They like medication. It can drink and cough. Make so it take them. It make a go. It make a go. You also sit there. You're smiling each time. Oh, sorry. Yesterday we couldn't talk for long because I was tired. And then you're like, okay, I understand. Before you know it, guys, let's face facts. November 2021 past now day. If you ask me, just like 42 hours ago. Like November 2021, but this is November 2022. So before you know it's 1 year gone. Before you know it's 2 years gone. Before you know it 3, 4, 5 years gone. And you're patching one relationship of somebody who treats you like a medical prescription. Phew, we'll talk, you go back. Phew, you can't talk, go back. Phew, can't talk, go back. If you care for somebody, there's time you give this person. That's what I believe. That's exactly what I believe. So when you see those kind of people who treat you like medical prescription, stay there. If you stay there now, you know you're there for 5 years. And guess what? 5 years doesn't mean your age is not increasing. Your age is increasing. Your age is actually increasing. So why are you dating for that long? Now we also have this set of people who now are also getting married because they are ready. They're getting into a relationship, not even because they are pressured, but because they are ready. You're getting into a relationship, like you've been turning down many relationships. Why? Because you look at the guy comes up. You look at the guy, you be like, no, I cannot end up with this guy. I cannot end up with this guy because obviously he's not my type of man. Why is he not your type of man? It's not necessarily in terms of the physical look or anything. Guys, are you getting me? Bridget say it looks pinkish red. Guys, I'm saying that people have been coming and you're turning them down because there are some of these guys who come right and you look at this guy, you like, this guy is good for dating, but guess what? I cannot end up with this guy. This guy is good for dating, but I cannot end up with this guy. I cannot get married to this guy. There are people like that. And let me tell you, even the first set of people who can fall under that category, married people. There's this married young baba who will come and approach you. And you look at the guy like, oh, wow. You look like you shouldn't have been married by now. Wow. Why are you married? Look like you're single in the past, you know. You're single in the past tense. Wow. Single man in the past tense, but he's married. You look at this guy like, wow, you should have been good to get married, to date the guy. Now my man, no. Yeah, wow. Wow, should have been good to date this one. You want to be fine for dating, no. But because you know that is somebody's husband, and there's no way you will not end up with that person, guess what? You will not date that person. You obviously know that person, so the person is not your type. So each time when you hear people say, this person is not my type, I always hear people like, oh, that girl there, the person is not my type. Now, age go. Which age? Age there for all my side, man or woman. Not be all woman, they even go ask them out, now your type. That's the truth. You ask some women out and they are not your type. You just want to have some fun. You know very well that you cannot get married to a lady like that. You will not end up with her like, you know, it ends here, dating. So what am I saying? Somebody who is not your type, in terms of dating approaches you. And you're like, no fit. Some 1 feet the way if you can wear no matter how fine. He control. You know those stingy Japanese handbrake. That one the way no, the hand and they sew. That one day the hand and they sew. Japanese handbrake. Then they give money. I used to hear people always say Bamileke. People always say Bamileke men. Bamileke people are very stingy. Bamileke men. Which Bamileke people there? I lie. I don't just know about Bamileke people there. I don't come across the many Bamileke people I've come across. Those people, they spend, take care of their families well, take care of their wives so well. Bamileke people. They will not see the Bangwa people there. When they call village, what I'm doing is not good, but please. Una see the Bangwa people there. Una see the Bangwa people there. Hey. Bangwa Mandela say, as it just so you just say strong hand for the strong hand. Bangwa Mandela spend nothing. Bangwa 5 francs the 4 for gram. 5 francs the 4 for gram. So imagine like somebody like that approaches you, and you look at like, okay, I could date this person and try. They trust me. From every indication, my few encounter I've had with this person, it shows that this person is very stingy. And a stingy man is, and me, I don't feel cope me with stingy man. So guess what? You will not date. You will not even want to end with somebody like that. You will not want to end with somebody like that. So now you get into a relationship now with somebody you've thought like, hey, okay, this one can be the way the one day the shape for the way I hate the let's say if you give me fine picking. Some women are wicked too. It's the same. Women and men even. Women and men. People will go on date. Before people date, they look at the shape of somebody's head. Before people date, they look at the shape of somebody's head. If the shape of the head can bring a beautiful child. That's where they approach. So you don't really look. You don't look that person. You've looked at this guy. You've established so many things. You've calculated so many things. You've been analyzing him. He can give you a good offspring. He seems good. This. And then you feel like, okay, apart from dating this one, I think I can get married to this one. And then you accept to start dating that person. You accept that you want to date that person. Because you are ready. If marriage is coming now, you're very ready to settle down. Now, imagine that this person comes in and is not ready. Imagine that even your spec, this person is your spec. Now, your spec. Hey, Justine, I beg, tell me. Justine, please tell us why. Why do people look at the shape of the head? Because I've never understood why do people look at the shape of the head sometimes. But, shape... I don't know that 99 cents. But let's be honest. When I see shape for head, to be honest with you people, I've always known good-looking guys from the shapes of their heads. I mean that even if they are not facing me, if I see a good-looking guy facing front, and I can only see the head from behind, right? Sorry, guys. I can only see the head from behind. Trust me. I have most of the time, if it is not 98%, looking at that shape of that head, I've always said, na fine boy that. And when the person turns, you see like, na fine boy. I say, mo ask now, how God they ever do the thing? I never ever understand. How God they ever do the thing? You will see some head. As the head just stands so, you do the kind of a back. You see the way the head one, let's say one square, but not completely squareless, like box. It there's some way hey God. It gets some way where the head day. It gets some way where the head day. Immediately you see that head. I don't understand it out there. Now that is why I understand why people look at the head. That's why I understand why people look at the shape of the head before they accept. I did not know. But guys, I was saying that you see the shape of the head is standing like that. You're like, na fine boy that way stand with it. As the boy just turns so tap, you the same way, fine way, fine. They hit so. The same as say sometimes they say, well, you just see some head and some ear, then just stand so no. Well, you never see the face. You just see some head and some ear, then stand so. You just say, you just tell yourself, Anyway, man, leave a make turn first. Especially like, have you done blind dating? A situation where you've done blind dating, right? Blind dating, really. I don't know. Now some people they see talk now say they even date from afar, so they before they see the person that only the way. Now like that, people do video calls and then they see people. But imagine that situation where blind dating, where you've been communicating with somebody for so long, but you've never seen that person, and you people have to meet somewhere. You now go and the person is waiting for you somewhere. You're coming, so you see the head for back. As the head stand, you see now the head where head stand now. I'm not saying that the head is big, don't get me wrong. You see the head as the head stand. You see my just say you see the ear, the way the ear the two stand. You look up, and then now you just tell yourself saying, I turn back. Ma go back one oh no meet up. Ma tell you say I don't miss my road. I turn back. Oh, then soon you just be like, okay, no, the problem no day. Ma just leave and me finish turn the face one time. Ma just speed the face one time, and then they turn the face. You see how the face match the ear them is. You see how the face match the ear them exactly. Just exactly the way you don't think. What am I saying? As Jocelyn and Mirabel says, it's as if head actually matters. You need to really calculate the head very well. But anyway, I was saying that now you've made no, I never even turned that head of state Mirabel. Mirabel turned that head of state. So that head of state them be fine. So that head of state them be fine. Them be still fine. So where they with that head, there's some shape day, something day where the head they do and where they actually match the face. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something about it. Now, so let's say you've met this is your spec. Your spec. Head wise is your spec. Intelligence wise is your spec. The way he gives is your spec. The way he discusses, how caring he is your spec. But then he's not ready to settle down. Will you keep staying there in that relationship? Would you keep staying in that relationship because you think this is your spec? I mean, this is the logical question we want to ask. He comes now. Maybe he's not ready. Your spec is unfortunately not ready to settle down. Hi, Lot. You're welcome, Lot. Thanks for joining. Hi, Rams. You're welcome, Rams. Rams, give us the EG. I want you to give the EG, please. Now, so you've met your spec, right? You've met your spec, and your spec is not ready. Your spec is not ready, and your spec might not be ready for the next 5 years, for the next 7 years. Are you going to keep dating just because that is your spec? Are you going to keep dating because it's your spec? Unfortunately, he has not even told you when he'll be ready. He has not even told you when he'll be ready. Are you going to keep dating because it's your spec at that moment? Guys, one moment, please. Let me get it. Stuff. So are you going to keep dating because it's your spec? Are you going to stay there because I must spec this where I like he the way the boy be very caring, the way the way the boy they now say you don't tell me say for now you don't really be ready for married, and I don't want to leave it because we'll be very compatible, we'll be so compatible. This is the problem. Hi Ngum Solange, you're welcome, my dear. Thank you for joining. Now, this is the problem. The problem is with you. I keep saying the problem is with you, not with the guy. It's not with the guy, not with your spec. You see, the problem is with the guy, not with your spec. The problem is with you, sorry, not with your spec. Guess what? This guy has made you to understand that, you know what, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not settling down anytime soon. Or please, I need some time. I'm not ready because of this, because of that. But you is ready. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? What did you do? Do you know that because you think that this is the right person for me, because you think that you're compatible, it doesn't mean you must end up together? Do you know that there are people who have separated not necessarily because they don't love one another? They do. They love each other. They do love themselves very well. But unfortunately, for one reason or the other, they cannot end up together. So they have to part ways. I'm saying this because you not stay in this relationship for this long. And then for some people, it turns out that now they get married. Yes. For many people have dated for even 10 years and have gotten married. But what if you don't get married? These are the repercussions we are talking about. These are the repercussions we started talking about from the beginning. When you date for too long. You now date, and then at one point, the guy is like, you know what? Sorry. It cannot work. It cannot work. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. The worst na the thing where the boy the way the bavaka she done, then they pull you for down. They pull you. You face them. Face me, I face you. Face me, I face you. And then when sometimes they buy me myself more a drink. And then you end at the start. I caught you that we should talk. I caught you because I didn't want us to have this discussion over the phone. I thought it would be better for us to meet and have this discussion. You're a good person. You're a good person, actually. You're a good person, you know. You're a lady that every man wants, actually. You're a lady that every man wants. And we've had a good time. We've really had a good time. I cannot regret it. We've had fun, so much fun. You know, the thing is, I was just thinking that I should not keep wasting your time because you know, like I was just thinking, I should let you go. Like you're free to move on. You're free to move on with your life if you want to move on. So that I shouldn't keep wasting your time, you know. I shouldn't keep wasting your time. Yes, I just like let's just let me go. If after some time, if I come back, you're still free, I will be interested. I will still be very I'll be happy. I'll be happy, actually. I'll be happy to get back into your life. But if you're not free, I will know, okay, I lost something good, but you're a good woman. You're good. Now, see this set of boy them. Oh, Jesus. When I see this particular set. Now, that one, the way it stands, so you look then, so that's, you feel like, should you boil water and pour while you're saying that nonsense? Should you boil water? Which one is going to go easy? Now, water way, if you boil them, it will go faster. Or na acid way, if you just pour them, if you get it go. Or you put quickly mix all the javert inside water, pour them for their face, like this particular set of men. Yeah, so Ram says, even if he says I'm not ready to settle, but she keeps the relationship because she thinks I can make him to change his mind. Exactly, Rams. That's the point. Somebody tells you I'm not ready, and then you stay there because you feel like you're going to make him change his mind. You want to make him get married to you, and then you stay in a relationship for 5 years. And this is what I want us to understand. If you no, God, Lord, but that's it. you break my heart in a very nice way. Very friendly. You're very polite. You're friendly. You know. You know when the hash as you break the heart, you do it in a very nice way. So what I'm saying, like Rams is saying, right? You stay there because you think you can change this person's mind. No, let me stay. I think you change. Let me then see. The set of woman the way they buy for tossing, let me change his mind. Let me stay and change his mind. That one they know. When I know that set what tossing, they go dry clean. I remember me and my grandson we discuss until me and my grandson we discuss until recently. At the day say, "Chai, I just say the woman even you just say that kind of woman that the people dry clean farm." And why my grandson as say, "Well, who don't they say they even go dry clean the farm?" Man, dry clean in Lord farm. This, you need this set of women who stay that they want to change a man to get married to them. Those are the types who will go and actually wash their neighbor's dog. They will visit that man's mother even when the man has no idea. They want to do everything. Why? They try so hard to prove wife material. And at that time, when they're trying hard to prove wife material, their potential in-laws, the man's family, at one time now, since they are benefiting from that wife material activities, they are benefiting at that time. You know what? They're making her, they'll be giving her ups. No way. No worry. Miriam, I don't tell you now. I know my brother, the first way my brother if say like, you know. See, all my brother get friend they don't come for the house. Now you. Mama me, Jude no enter with you. Forget. Jude no enter with you are. Now just say something anyway Jude is struggle for handle and so on. No worry. Jude go enter with you. Miriam will also be there. Coming and washing the farms. Doing everything. Washing their father's car. Climb for ceiling, wash ceiling. Trying to prove yourself. And your years are going. You're counting years. Potential men come into your life. And guess what? No. You drop them because no. You think you're in a relationship with Jude. You think you're just hoping that next month Jude is going to ask, will you marry me? And guess what? That's exactly why most of the time when you see a man asking a woman, like proposing to a lady, will you marry me? You not start seeing them crying. I don't ever the one that say, then I to never make her they cry. Yes. Because they have been waiting. They have been waiting and doing everything it takes to prove themselves worthy. And so that question finally comes up. It's crying, tears of joy now. I say yes. Under normal circumstances, now man picking even supposed to kneel down the cry, will you marry me? A man picking supposed to cry. Why they ask woman out, would you marry me? Because I don't want to lose you as a good wife. Woman then, since one shows emotions now our property. Now with that. So what am I trying to say? You're trying every means. You're trying every means to prove yourself worthy enough, like yourself worthy enough. There's this thin line between being patient and wasting. Thank you, Manka. Thank you, Grace. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a thin line between being patient and wasting your time. And that's exactly what many people, especially many women, do not realize. You keep telling yourself, no, I'm being patient. Trust me. Many of us have made that mistake. Many of us are not free from this mistake. When you'll be like, you don't want people to think you're impatient. You don't want people to think you're the problem. You don't want people to, I don't want him to even think I'm being impatient. I don't want myself to think I'm an impatient person. You know, I don't even want to tell myself I'm an impatient person. So, you know what? Be patient. Marilla, just be patient. This guy, he might be right. Maybe he needs just a little bit of time. I guess he's under pressure now. He's right. And then you're claiming that you're being patient, but you're wasting your time. Every potential guy who comes your way, you're telling yourself, I'm in a relationship. I don't need a relationship. No, I'm in a relationship. No, I'm in a relationship. And your time is being wasted. Your time is being wasted. That's why I guess if we talk to many big sisters today who maybe are not married, they will tell us. Or maybe those ones who are even in relationships, in marriages that they regret, they'll say it. They say they ended up getting married to this person, not because they love this person, but because they made a mistake and they missed out. Because of their mistake, they missed out on the real person they should have gotten married to. Because they were just with this particular person, they were concentrating on this person. And since they were concentrating on this person, they missed out on the person they should have gotten married to. The person ended up not getting married to them. And then they ended up with somebody married now for cover head. You start hearing, no, married now for cover head. Married now for cover head. Married now just say my go cover my head. You understand? So what am I saying? I'm saying that when you're getting into a relationship, dating, when you're trying to date, make sure you also meet somebody who is ready. First of all, your reason. Mirabe, I they say your conscience. Guys, when I home Mirabe, I suspect Mirabe, they say don't go. Mirabe, they say don't go if you don't fool some brother and woman. Conscience, you worry. Mirabe, you don't fool some brother and woman. We'll dig the game, the leg will tell you the truth. Trust me. So, what I'm saying is that when you're getting into relationship, dating, first of all, the first thing I said is know why you want to date. Is it because you're ready? Is it because you just want to date? Secondly, for the first few months or weeks of your relationship, ensure that the person you're dating has the same motive as you have. Are your motives the same? Do you have the same motives? Is he as ready as you are? Is she as ready as you are? And then set your time frame. Both of you, you know. Now, I want us to look at it on the other side. Sometimes we are just talking about 5 years. What about meeting somebody and maybe 3 months you're getting married? What about meeting somebody and 3 months you're getting married? Some people will be like, no, hey, how you meet up person only 3 months when I married? How you meet up person only 6 months when I married? How you go do? And guess what? Maddie, fix my blouse. It's possible for some people. It worked for some people. It's been working for some people. And guess what? It backfired for some people. My destiny is not your destiny. And that's why we started by saying that the time frame, first of all, there's no time frame for us to be talking about a time frame written somewhere. No. 3 months worked for somebody and 10 years did not even work for another person. 6 months worked for somebody and 3 years did not even work for another person. But what should we take into consideration? For these 3 months, right, you're getting married to this person. Do you know as much as you should know? Do you know as much as you should know? If you've known as much, there are people, there are people when you talk with them for 2 months, even a month, you can tell a lot about them if you're vigilant, such that some of your sisters have dated people for 4 years, yet they cannot even tell you much about those persons for that 4 years. Yet you operated with somebody for, let me say, 1 month, and you're able to say a lot about that person because you are vigilant. No, Jocelyn, your network should not be misbehave. Yes, so Manka Grace says, reason why a guy would date a lady for 3 years and meet another lady. Thank you, Grace. It happens. You date somebody for 3 years, you don't get married to that person, you meet one for 3 months, you're like, I don't want to let this lady go. What I'm saying that you're vigilant enough to know this guy. Know them as much as you can, because you know what no person completely. You don't, as you did, so you don't know yourself. Let's be honest. Do you know yourself? Do you know that you don't know yourself so much? Do you know you don't know yourself? There are times that you do something, you come and see, you ask yourself, like, Emanuela, mommy, and may I do the one too? Bye. Try. So if they say people the way they do this to me, the wrong go junction, me say, me, I do the thing. Or sometimes you're like, hi, let me adore so. Hi. You don't know yourself. That's just to tell you don't know yourself as much as you think. You don't know yourself. Exactly why you see someone and be like, I can never date a short boy. Where's Answer Kitu? Answer Kitu. Boy, come on, talk the one. Somebody will say, I can never date a short boy. I don't fit the short boy. I don't fit. Wait, I do a short boy for my life. I cannot fit the short boy. I cannot fit a peg. I don't fit the yellow boy. I don't fit. And then before you know it, right, guess what? You see some short boy, you see Answer Kitu for some corner. Answer Kitu don't do some drawing, take some award, stands on, I said, a celebrity. You start telling yourself, Father, if it is your will, let it be done. If it is your will, let it be done. Let it be done, Daddy. Daddy, oh, Answer Kitu will finish me after the one. Daddy, oh, my destiny. Guys, let me tell you people the truth. Let me tell you people something about me. All my Banso sister they live here. Hey, they knew Jocelyn. Is that from Banso? My dearest sister, I didn't know from Banso. First, let me start by telling people that Banso language. Nsot language is one of those languages that I have it here. Since I started listening to Richard Kings, that language is here in me. I love it. In music, I love it in music so much. Nsot language, Douala language, I love it. So, you know that moment, right? Where person be still be 20 something. One moment, guys. My Jocelyn, thank you. Thank you. The name I could tell. So that moment when person will still be like, when they used to say, don't get married from Banso, don't get married na Banso of the color. I know it's supposed to be so, right? Don't get married from Banso, don't get married from this, don't get married from this, don't get married from Bayangi, don't get married. Okay, so for me at the time, Banso person, no me, I don't hear that news. I don't hear say the men than this. I don't hear that news. I'm just trying to tell you people what this, I can never, to tell you how much we don't even know ourselves. Talk less of you wanting to know another person 100% before you get married to that person. It doesn't work. So, I was like, Banso, hey, but guess what? There was a day I went to a bank. There was a day I went to a bank to do a transaction. And that transaction was supposed to be done directly by the bank. I think he was he the manager or something, but he was something in that bank actually. And then if person just make noise with man softness. Oh, Mirabe, are you also from so? I did not know, my dear. Okay, so it was supposed to be that man. He's like a boss there. One of the bosses at least, yes. He was the one who was supposed to do that transaction. And then, so I had to go to his office. And as I sat in his office, it was taking too long. The transaction was taking too long. I know Cameroon, no. I know Cameroon sometimes they will do a network problem. I'm talking about something more than like 10 years ago. And I sat in that man's office for long. I had to be there for hours, actually, for long. So I sat with him. But when I know something, I'd always be like, wow. Because he was a nice looking guy. Wow, fine boy. Fine young boy. The fine young boy so with you. Ah, wow. Polite fine young boy. He be short too. And I never ever get problem with short people there. Mona know today so. Have it, know it, and know peace. I don't have a problem with short people. So I be like, wow, fine young boy. When I know what? I want to see a phone enter. It shows a family person, at least a close person, or a country person. I want to hear the boy talk na Banso talk. Hey! When I know that deep Banso, where they talk so that Banso, it come on flow, no disturbance. No disturbance along the line of the language. The language was fluent. I know how some people that first know the language so well, fluent in their language. Eh? My first reaction was like, Banso. My first reaction was like, Banso. And that's it, that particular moment, my mentality about salt people changed. Because you know what I told myself? Who cares what I'm salt, boy? And that was like the next thing. Who cares? I don't care. What in salt for the undo? That's why I was like sitting there, I was asking myself, like, what in salt for the undo? As you decide, be fine, polite, so salt be there for a fun name. No, salt not be there for a fun name. I'm trying to say that it changed my mindset from that moment about salt people. And that is when I knew that sitting and saying, I don't feel me. I know what catch me, I know demi, on the man, I know fit me, Bamileke man, I know fit. It's just because you've not met the right Bamileke man. That's exactly why you keep telling yourself I know fit. So you don't know yourself enough to know that some things can change you. So how dare do you want to even try to know another person? How do you want to know another person? You want to know another person 100% to end up with that person? No, it's not possible. So what am I saying about 3 months? You meet somebody, it's 3 months. Do you think it's okay? Do you think you've known this person? Okay. Another thing about this 3 months, 5 months, 6 months of just meeting and getting married is the fact that some people, even before they meet their partners, they've had a very clear vision about it. Yes. Some people, before they meet their life partners, have had a very clear vision about it. It has been shown to them. This is your partner. This is how he's going to show up. This is your partner. This is how it is going to show up. This is exactly how it's going to show up. And so when you show up, where do you want to think? Do you want to spend time thinking? You don't even have that time to think too much because you're like, no, this is confirmation. This is confirmation of the prophecy I had. This is the confirmation of the revelation I had, the revelation that came to me. This is the confirmation. You get? That is because some people... You say your pride. Say call for a countryman. I be before now person I be before I can't discuss in a countryman, my sister. Now for that I notice no say no. Forget about village. Forget about it, actually. Forget about it. You cannot always tell. See, there are people who have very clear vision about things. There are people who have very clear vision about things. And when you have your vision about things, guys, do not joke about it. Do not joke. No start to say, no, I want to wait for give 5 years. No, I want to wait for give 3 years. I want to wait for. The same way we always say that if you see a vision that this is the wrong person, do not rush into it. It's the same way. The same way we are also saying that if you see that this is the right person, do not waste time. It's the same way. Yes. I've had experience that I'm prepared, like, you know, that kind of experience, like somebody like we're preparing to actually get married. And guess what, guys? About 3 times I had the same kind of dream. It could be showing different scenarios about, but 3 times I had the same, when I had the very first dream. You see, Jocelyn, I'm warning you. When I had the very first dream, I even told him. I said, I had this dream that my family was waiting for you and you did not show up. I will never forget this particular dream. I said, I had this dream that my family was waiting for you. You never showed up. And the dream was not good. The dream was terrible because how can a dream where my father, my late father's late brother, how can he be sitting there waiting for you when I know he's even dead, he's of late? This dream is not, it's not good. It's not good. My family even had to leave. They had to leave the place where they were sitting. Like, you know what? We've waited for this guy. What's happening? And I had to be making calls asking me, where are you? Why are you not coming with your family? It's like, we are on our way. We are on our way. And the dream ended without him showing up. That was the first dream. The other dreams I might not talk about now. But this particular dream, it was like the first dream. And I knew that, hey, there's something wrong. I told him. When I got him in the morning, I said, I had a dream. I had a dream my family was waiting for you and you did not show up. And then his first statement was, no, you know, obviously that cannot happen. You know, that cannot happen. But guess what, guys? That was a vision. That was a vision that was coming to me. And I could say I was kind of stubborn because, no, let me say I was let me not say I was stubborn. But if I was as strong as I had to be, like telling myself, this vision means this, I take the interpretation already. I should have already had a, like, you know what? I think we should just have a break to this whole preparation and this. But I didn't. And you know what? God is our God of points. God is our God of not letting us be. God, in 2 or 3 other instances, still in my dream, showed me and said, you know what, my daughter? No. I said no. I said no. This is it. This is what is happening. And guess what? In every circumstances that God was showing me about this person, every circumstances that God was trying to give me a message about this person, it was on our wedding day. It was always on our wedding day. And something was always wrong on that wedding day. Something was always wrong. So at a time, and then, you know, when he finally, from nowhere, when whatever happened, I said, God, you know what? You know how to speak to your children. Sometimes we just don't listen. Sometimes we just don't listen. We are too occupied. We are too occupied with our activities to listen. I'm trying to say that many of you that God has shown your life partners to you, and you're still like, you're joking about it. You just want to joke about it. You just want to be slow. You want to doubt God. You even want to play God in your life. So if you see a situation like that is so clear, why are you waiting for 3 months, for 5 months? Why are you for 5 years? Why are you waiting for that long? If you guys can go by that 3 months, go by 3 months then. Why are you waiting? Why should you wait? So you see, I'm just saying this to say that for those people who will be like, no, 3 months, maybe 3 months short, no. Happy to meet only 3 months they married. Happy to meet only 6 months they married. Happy to meet only for 1 year they weren't married. It's possible, guys. It's extremely possible. Extremely possible. Now, I want us to take courtship. Let's take it from the direction of courtship, right? We are talking about dating. Take it from the direction of courtship. For how long should courtship last before you get married? Still, the first thing is there are no rules and regulations. I hope we know that there's a difference between courtship and dating. Why are you guys not liking this video enough? Why are you not liking this video enough? Why? I hope we all know that there's a difference between dating and courtship, right? Courtship now is that moment where your whole family knows. Maybe he has proposed. Maybe knock door has even been done, or sometimes knock doors. You've not even done knock door. Sometimes you've not done knock door. But then your family knows that this is the person, and his family already knows. Courtship. There are not established rules and regulations for anyone to follow. No, we don't have rules and regulations. We don't have a time frame for people to follow. But then this is the question I want to ask. If my family knows that you are the one, and they are waiting for you, and you have given me a ring, what are we waiting for? What exactly are we waiting for? You cannot use a ring to make me a social prisoner. You cannot use a ring to make me a social prisoner. I've seen that that's also the mistake many of us will do. You collect a ring. Before we know it, you become lot of rings. Lot of rings. You carry rings. You carry ring. Even ring set fit for your hand. Ring tight. Engagement ring tight for your hand. You even want to move and set your hand don't swell. You know, come out. Why? You only be engaged. Are you married? No. Oh yes, Mirabel. Dating and courtship is different. Dating and courtship is different, actually. Dating is like I've explained dating. All those, you could be dating because of get married, you could be dating because you just want to date. Courtship is that moment when you people have established that you want to get married. And steps have been taken. Yes, and steps have been taken. That's courtship. Your family knows him, his family knows you. Maybe he has given you a ring, and this and that, and all of that. Steps have been taken. That's courtship. If, in fact, if you're getting married, that's exactly when I have to make it better for you to understand. That's when you even call somebody a fiancé. You understand? Nobody it's in a way where at the end my small sister then the date person. I hear they call her mamasa, where they dating her data. You know, even reach fiancé level, they call her mamasa, my husband. You even call somebody a fiancé when you've gotten to the level of courtship, not when you're dating. That's exactly why there's a difference between boyfriend and a fiancé. A fiancé is when you people are ready, you've taken some steps. You know that, okay, we've talked about marriage. Yes, a fiancé is when you've talked about marriage, you're ready for it. People know you've taken some steps, some good steps. Not when you're just, you go to call your boyfriend for some place and I'm a fiancé. No. So at this level of courtship now, when you are at the level of courtship, not a lot of rings. Not a lot of rings. You go where I say you don't wear rings today, so you didn't need a Vaseline. You didn't need a Vaseline set for move ring for your hand. Each time one move ring, you get for put savon because of it. They give you ring. They give you ring where your hand be dry. Hi, chair host here. You're welcome, my dear. They give you ring till your hand be dry. You don't wear rings today, your hand on fat. You still wear ring. You don't wear rings today, when no day you don't find you before manicure, you don't fat now, so you still wear ring. Every day your friend and also you wear ring, but you need agree married. No, let's face fact and move face fact. I want more face fact. Nobody is even saying that you must go and get married. No man will push you because nobody is living your life for you. Nobody is living your life for you. But the question is, why put on a ring for that long and you're scaring potential fiancés, potential husbands away? Because somebody is keeping you. Why? That's it. Why any man picking under in normal sense supposed to go for market, see a ring, say please give me that ring. Give me that ring. He can stand. He say, he kneel down. He say, will you marry me? He put that inside your hand. Then he stay for 3 years again for marry you. No face facts now. Why? We are not saying it's a rule, but we are asking why. Why is that possible? Why should that be possible? Why take a ring and put here? Put like, why you occupy my hand? Why you use space for my hand? Why if I can't use space for my hand when they pay rent for free? And then I stay there for years and I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And the phone I say, that kind girl and that sister, the way they about to collect that ring, so ton lots of rings. The most annoying partner say, everywhere they go to, they always want to show that I'm married. No, sorry, I'm engaged. They everyone should say me, so that means you know so they be better than you. So as soon as they talk, any place when I talk, that sometimes in the hand they never did so. The explanation they never did so. We were normally would never explain and so that explanation now you don't understand it so. As we were saying, that's so the man not done. That's so the sister. Hello, you don't wear that ring. Hello, you don't. So when they wear the ring, so they turn only them. They look left, look right. Normally look up. They move on from engagement finger, put them from married finger. They move on for engagement finger. They put that for married finger now. Why should you, exactly, Manka, why should you engage somebody if you're not ready to get married to that person? Why? For me, it don't cost me anything. It costs me nothing to take, like, let me be honest with you. It will be of no use keeping that ring for that long. No use. So it's going to cost me nothing. Oh God. It will cost me nothing to remove your ring and give you. So that you will now take the ring and give the person you're ready to settle down with. Some boy that even go give self engagement ring for some girl. They give as they put them. Public siam. They come back after canto, mom. Mom, I beg give that ring. That ring so I use on my grandma me ring. We would use them for like engagement for family. The whole family actually uses it. So can I have the ring? That's my grandmother's ring. They take the ring from you. They go and give another lady somewhere. So you're sitting somewhere, an engagement ring that you've won. About 5 of you have won that engagement ring. 5 of you have won that same engagement ring. So before you know it now, since they have given you the engagement ring and they have taken it, you go to the market, you buy an engagement ring by yourself. You come and put. So my sister, they suffer. Hey, how can you buy your engagement ring by yourself and put in your finger? What would you do now? It is somebody one. How is it wrong with me? Since about how many of you have won the engagement ring? You go and buy now the engagement ring by yourself. You come and put. You come and put. No, Joe. The engagement ring where Joe be give me. Now the family inheritance. So Joe don't take him. It to say his brother to go need for use him. He say brother go use him where engage his own girlfriend. So Joe be don't take him. Yeah, about I want go. I bet can't go leave me so my buy engagement ring I want to buy my engagement ring. Oh, Mirabel, you'll be surprised. Yes, you'll be surprised. Some women can feel superior for anything. Some women will feel superior because they have been engaged. They'll feel superior because they are even dating and you're not dating. They'll feel superior because they have a baby you don't have. They'll feel superior because they are married, you're not married. They'll feel superior for anything. Any chance they have is to feel superior over another lady. Women do that a lot. You get? So, you then go buy another engagement ring you want, you can put another in your hand. You should not for the engagement ring, oh, engagement ring go fat for your hand dry. You the fat engagement to the fat. You lose weight, engagement ring follow. You do anything, engagement ring follow. And guess what? Joe sits there and Joe is looking at you. Joe knows very well that he's not ready. He's not ready. He wanted to keep you. That's the unfortunate situation. That we sometimes have some of these men who are mean enough to use an engagement ring to keep a woman. Yes, they'll use an engagement ring to keep a woman. They keep you there. You sit there, you feel like, yes, no, no, you know, feel leave me with engagement. You know, feel leave me, don't go do knock door. You know, feel leave me, don't go do knock door. Joe actually went to my wine shop and bought wine there for 2,500. Went and get your father to drink. And you come here, you're saying that for the past 5 years, you still talk about that knock door. One way your papa be don't drink and go pissings. One way your papa be don't drink and go pissings. Now Joe, you and Joe, they still talk about the wine today. About knock door. Who does that? So in a nutshell, what we are trying to say is this. There is no need to engage someone if you're not ready. And even if you're being engaged by somebody who unfortunately at one time shows you clearly that he's not ready, it's not a crime for you to step back. Step back and give a chance to those who are ready. Yes, exactly. It's just thing. These people who are in a relationship like you know what, pepper them. Me pepper them. Pepper them. Pepper them. I've actually heard women. I've heard women go like, no, I beg. If I get do you like that? If I get boyfriend for sure. You forget boyfriend. Do you even have a boyfriend to show? Do you have a boyfriend to even show? Some of us are talking when we have boyfriends. Do you have a boyfriend to show? Do you have a boyfriend to show? Do you have a boyfriend? Some of us are saying when we have a boyfriend to show, we're in a relationship. You know, no. You know, say they don't make some woman and he said being in a relationship means you have you're of good character and good morals. Yeah, you have good characters and good moral high standing. So when you're in a relationship, it means that like that. One thing they forget to tell some of these women is that some women actually choose that than for them to be in a courtship for 5 years, or then for them to get to date somebody for 10 years. They prefer to be single. They prefer to be single. They also forget to tell some of these women that some women think that than for them to be in a relationship with a man that will be the one to take care of him. He's not adding anything in their life or not subtracting anything. The only thing he does is trying to show his position as a man. That as a man, as an African man, I am the one to tell you what to do. I'm the one to tell you when to move and when to stand, when to go and when to... Than for them to be in a relationship like that, they better be singularly single. Yes. They better be singularly what? Single. That's exactly what I've discovered now for some time, guys. Like each time I have a talk, to talk somewhere for so long, I start feeling like I'm going to have a runny nose. I don't know if anyone experiences that. It's a terrible experience. I don't know why. Yes, so Manka Grace, and the irony is that these boyfriends and husbands, the hype outside is their worst nightmare behind closed doors. Thank you. Thank you, Grace. That's what I'm saying. You're hyping someone with your nightmare behind closed doors. Why should someone's daughter who is sane even allow herself to be kept? Justine, that's it. I also want this responsibility to be on both sides. You know, in the beginning, for the first few months, we could say, okay, this guy is wicked. He's keeping you. He's using a ring to keep you. But then after that, 1 year don't pass, 2 years don't pass. He's not quiet. He's not saying anything. He doesn't even look like somebody who's ready to get married. No, Justine. I'm the worst person. I'm the last person to talk about stage fright. I don't have a stage fright. 1 second. I don't. I don't have a stage fright. I could have a stage fright on the contrary if I want to sing. If you ask me to sing solo. If you ask me to sing solo, okay. Stage fright, you come out from society, witchcraft. You catch me. But not with talking. You see talking? I talk to any group of people. No stage fright. I don't know what. It's something I just started. It's just recently I started discovering. Especially on my live show. I don't know what's happening. But sometimes it doesn't even happen when the people are with me. Let me say so. But here I'm noticing it, especially in the evenings and winter now. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, so okay, yeah, those were in a relationship. Yeah, so Grace Manka said, I'm trying to read your comments, please. Why would somebody's daughter stay there? Exactly like Shuslin was saying, why will you stay there for so long? Why would somebody's daughter stay there for so long? It's your place. Decide. What are you doing there for years when you can also go there? You know that song say Parler encore? No. That's what Mirabella song we talk about parler encore here, right? Parler encore. Parler encore. I used to ask her, but parler encore, that way my French be so minimal. Like, hey, parler encore. What's the parler encore in all the woman they ever talk about bridesmaid they talk? Parler encore. Parler encore. Parler encore. What is this parler encore? I've never understood parler encore. And then when I started understanding French, I was like, hey, parler encore. Pepper is like pepper them. Pepper them. Pepper them. When I talk again. When I don't to say no, when I talk again. When I talk again. Remember when I start clapping, when I talk again. When I talk again. Women, for those of you who think you can use your relationship status to depress other women, stop it. Stop it. The joke is on you. You're wasting your time, mommy. You're wasting your own time. The joke is on you. What's this relationship thing up and down? There are people whose lives do not depend on whether they're in a relationship or not. No, that's not where their happiness is coming from. They would love to be in a relationship. They would really love to be in a relationship if there is a relationship that is worth it. Let me put it this way. If there is a relationship that is worth it, and then they will get into it. But if the relationship is not worth it, they will prefer to be singularly single. 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 Ask me, say, why you go there for relationships where you and your master self will not for stock self inside 1 week when I talk that 2 times a day? Why you married if you and your master on I talk that 2 times a day? Or your dead boy if he barely talk for you. Your dead boy if he barely talk for you. Before you say, well, shut up. And then you shut up. When people they talk too. When people they talk, shut. Close your mouth. And then you sit there, you say you're in a relationship that. Why on earth? You know, rather prefer for the you want. No, so you need a date where you know, so you be open. Or if you just wait now for the real man to show up, you better be on your own. You sit and be on your own. A responsible woman on your own. Single. Cross your food when you want cross your food. Make up when you want make up. Chop when you want chop. Do anything you want to at any time. Exactly. Just. The bottom line is not about whether who is interested to be in a relationship or who is not interested. And my ladies, the bottom line is that be in a relationship for the right reasons, the right motives. Don't be there because you want to pepper people. Don't be there. Do you know that there are people who actually really got married because they want to give relationship advice? Do you know? Do you know that there are people who have really got married because they want to give relationship advice? Because of mentality to be now that you advise you the way never for married, you advise you the way. So guess what? I've seen a situation where somebody immediately the person gets married. It don't make 2 days, trust me. I hear the person makes some statement like, oh yeah, it means now so I don't correct figure relationship advice. No. I think no man no question me. People get married for terrible things. I feel sorry for someone's son or someone's daughter that is being married for the wrong reason. Being married to for the wrong reason. You get married to somebody's son for the wrong reason, you're wicked. You're mean. You're wicked. Don't be getting married to somebody's son for the wrong reason. Getting married because you want to show, you want to pepper your neighbors, you want to pepper your friends, you want to be on Facebook and be telling people how you now have a man in your life. You want to be on social media and be telling them, peppering them, telling them how they'll never have a man in their life. Una stop for the tribal proof point. Also, don't be single because you want to prove a point. Don't be single because you want to prove that you're a strong lady. Be single because you want to be single. Because at that time, single, you know, you understand that. Be single because you must be single. Stop being single because you want to go around proving a point to people. And a point for which you want to prove. You want to be tough. Who said to be tough means you don't need a man in your life? This is just the wrong thing about relationship. I don't get. When a woman says she's strong and independent, the next thing is that they are bringing a man close to the. It doesn't mean you don't need a man. Strong and independent. I don't know. Do I have to be weak to show I need a man? No. No. When I stop doing a comparison, don't be saying that you're strong. I'm a strong and independent woman because you think strong and independent means you don't need a man. God no be ever talk say it make man and woman and because say some man then be strong or weak. Okay. And you know they are constantly saying that this roof the cover. That's, you know, yeah, so now roof the cover married, now roof the this. If that be the case, Catherine Prince can. Thank you, Manka Grace. I always laugh when I hear anybody say, hey, before you want to get relationship advice, go married. When I hear they tell that you don't marry, give relationship advice. Sometimes I always ask, are you marriedly married? Are you marriedly married? Who told you? If they want to actually look at people who are married, indeed, in truth, indeed, and in truth, are you sure you fall among the married people? No. Who can't for your husband check out whether you be married? Because you day so you feel easily sleep na for kitchen while your man sleep for inside a room or for parlor, or sometimes your man sleep for toilet while you sleep for room because you never even want to see each other. You come here, you come and tell people when to give relationship advice because people know you're married when you're not married. Are you married? Catholic priest, would they be giving an advice? People rush to them for marital counseling. People go to them for marital counseling and they will never be married and they give this counseling. Guys, stop embarrassing yourself on social media. I'm not embarrassing myself on this social media. You embarrass yourself too much. Are you marriedly married? I wonder if you're marriedly married. Thank you, Jocelyn. You can be married, strong, and guess what? We have so many married, strong, and independent women. We have many. There's so many. There's so many married, strong, and independent women. Why? It depends on your definition of the meaning of strong and independent. Thank you. Let me even just say, like, somebody said, women strong and independent, then this. When I hear somebody talking about being independent, the first thing that comes to my mind is that she means that she's the one taking care of her financial responsibilities, her financial needs. That's what I understand when I hear somebody says I'm independent. At least that's what I know by being independent. But I don't know when independent moved from that meaning to meaning when somebody says I'm independent, it means the person is saying that she doesn't need a man or she doesn't have a man in her life. Being independent is not about a man. That's because of the wrong mentality. The mentality we've always had that it's a man who is supposed to be financially responsible for everything in such a way that when you now say you're independent, they think it means that you don't have a man in your life who is taking care. They forget to know that there are so many women who are married, yet they are the ones financially responsible for their whole need, including even their husbands. Are you going to say you're not independent because you're married in that case? Of course, no. Independent here has to do with finances. The misconception is just too much, Grace. The misconception is too much. Somebody will say, I'm independent. Instead of thinking about her finances to ask her, oh, wow, what's your job? What are you doing? They're asking about, oh, so you think you don't need a man. Every woman needs a man. Every man needs a woman. Every needs and this and this. Life is not about man and woman all the time. So people should stop this misconception. Even those of you women who go about saying, I'm an independent woman, when actually what you mean is that you don't need a man. It's very wrong for you to do that. It's wrong of you to do that. It's extremely wrong. Being independent has nothing to do with a man. Being independent is about your finances. When you don't need a man, the word you're using is being single. So if you want to say, I don't need a man, say I'm a permanent single lady. If you want to say you don't need a man, say you're permanently single. Stop saying you're independent. I know somebody who doesn't have a man in her life or a woman in his life. That person is called a single person, either a bachelor or the bachelor or bachelorette, right? Yes. Is it bachelorette? Spinster, yeah. Spinster. Okay. When you don't have a man in your life or a woman in your life, you're single. It has nothing to do with independence. Were you supposed to be depending on somebody? You're married. Some of you even go about, you try to attack women for saying they are independent, yet you know very well that as a married woman, you're financially responsible for everything, including your shadow. You know that you're financially dependent, including you're responsible for yourself, including even your shadow. Now you take care even for your pet, for your everything. And then you go about, you want to attack other women for saying they're independent. Isn't that you've suddenly forgotten the meaning of being independent? Why did you forget it that fast? Thank you, bachelorette. Yeah, bachelorette. Yeah, bachelorette. Thank you. A bachelorette. Thank you, Manka. It's either you're a bachelor or a bachelorette. When you're single, it's not about independent or dependent or independent. When they talk about, that's why they say, they usually ask, is this child dependent or independent now? What's the meaning of when they say, especially in the Western world, for example, they say when you become when you get to 18 years old, you become independent. Doesn't mean when you get to 18 years, you should no longer have a man in your life. Now, what's wrong with we? What's wrong with our society? What's wrong with our misconceptions? Why are we changing the meaning of everything? Why? Why do you want to change the meaning of everything? I still ask you, you know very well that you be financially responsible for your house. You take care of your man, or you even buy your money pants and your money socks. Why are you fighting another lady for saying she's independent? Instead of you to understand and even say, oh no, I'm also independent. I'm married, but I'm also independent because I don't depend on my husband. I don't depend on my husband. That's what it means. I take care of myself. It doesn't mean you don't have a man in your life. What's happening? What's happening to us? Everything. We want to change the concepts for everything. We want to change the concept, the meaning of everything. We just want to change it. We just want to change it. And then you see a woman now, a single lady, now you see somewhere, instead of you trying to say, you want to explain that I'm permanently single, you go, I'm a strong and independent woman. That's not the meaning of what you want to say. It's not the meaning of what you want to say. Look for the meaning of what you want to say right and say it right. You know what you want to say. What you want to say is that you don't depend on any person. You pay your bills, you fuel your car, you pay for your insurance, you pay for your everything. That's exactly what you're trying to say. Which one is I am strong and independent woman if actually you mean that you don't need a man in your life? You don't need man for your life, first of all. You want to announce a Modu Hadi. Should we make a party? Should we now throw a party for you because you don't need a man in your life? You don't need a man in your life. Should we make a party? Should we call friends to come and drink and celebrate that you don't need a man in your life? How you concerned with sister and say you don't need a man for your life? How you concerned with? Like, how you concerned with? You don't need man for your life. It's your business. It's your business. How you concerned with? We will need man for our life, so no one can announce them for you. So neither. People's lives, please. Let people just deal with their issues. Our own societal constructs are basically to make others feel less of. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you. We are so ingrained. Oh my goodness. We are so ingrained in the mindset that we should always want to feel better than another person. Always. We always want to think that I'm better than you because I have more money. I'm better than you because I'm more educated. I'm better than you because I'm married. I'm better than you because I'm a mother now. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. That's the terrible thing about our society. It's so terrible. It's a terrible mindset. So, Manka, you said, I think you need to really explain this concept on independent and permanently single on a whole different show to us women. Trust me. I felt like the day I saw somebody made a post on independent, and then they're trying to talk about a woman not needing a man. I felt like, should I shout? Should I shout? Like, I felt like shouting. What's happening? Should I shout? What's happening? What's going on? Independent. No, it has nothing to do with a man. If you want to talk about you don't need a man in your life, say you're permanently single, it's okay. That's exactly why we have sisters in the convent. We can go there, we say those ones are permanently single, right? Of which, no. Those are things that might not concern us, but yes, if we go there, we want to do some, we check, we are going to see that some of them are still doing something behind, so they are not permanently single. They are not. Stop using the wrong words, please. Okay, say, and let me see, like your life is just all about a man. I have listened from, oh my, where are the comments? Singularly single, preferable to toxic relationship. Thank you. I want to read all your comments, guys. You can still be married. Yes, strong. Yes. Commenter. Yeah, though I have listened. Jocelyn, your comment again. You and this your comments that when I want to. Okay, no, it's Maka. I've listened and learned more from others who have been married until I can't confidently. I think, Manka, I think you wanted to say you can confidently advise others. Yes, I think I understand you. That's what you wanted to say, right? Because you've listened from others. Yes, which I agree with you. This one got me. That you are responsible for yourself, including your shadow. Of course, you're responsible for yourself, including your shadow. You can't be the one to tell. Women are pathetic. Ironically, they must have seen this aspect of the man in courtship and still went ahead. Exactly. No, of course, Mirabel, people know that men are not financially responsible for anything. They know that they're actually stingy men, they still go in. And sometimes it just happens that, okay, situations happen. And sorry, guys. It happens that situations actually happen and your husband doesn't have a job. Your husband doesn't have a job and then you have to be the one who is responsible. But I'm just saying that if you find yourself in that situation, shh. Continue with your life and shh. You know what I tell other women and other things, because some announce during the day and wet their pillows. Exactly. Stop this lifestyle of you want to always pepper people out there, but you know the truth. I always say, there's something I always say that I know myself better than any other person. And I know when I'll pretend, if I'm pretending to the world. And I know the truth. And the worst, that's why I always say the worst is for me to go out there, show people I'm smiling, and then I have to come and cry back. That's the worst. There's even a time that you can even be smiling because you don't want to look like your problem. There's a difference, right? You can smile because you don't want to look like your problem. Oh, the Bible says we should smile at all time. We should just be joyful at all time because it will get better. So you don't want to look like your problem. But the worst now when, for inside of your problem, when you know say you face them, your mop, you know if your mop so you know if leave that's a shoot. The worst na that moment when you know say your problem terrible, but guess what? You do work so Coach other women then, tell them how they know ever married, tell other women they how we do this, but when you know very well your own situation, you know say your situation terrible. That's the worst. That's the worst. So you know that you come and insult other women, you come and say terrible things, but you have your pillow to cry with. You have your pillow to cry on. You have your pillow to hold like your husband and cry. Because even the husband said no before console you. Why? So what's the point? Why you put yourself under that stress? Stop the competition, my people. Stop it. Stop competing. Life is not always about I have to be better than you, or you have to be better than me, or I should always be struggling to meet somebody in life, always struggling to be at somebody's level. Set your own pace and reach your level. It's as simple as that. Life not the competition. Stop it. Financially, you want to compete. Spiritually, you want to compete. Even spiritually, do you know people compete spiritually? Somebody will always want to, instead of just praising the Lord, just for the worship God quietly, you thank God. You want to try by every means for the show people then say you be spiritually stronger than them. I know the things of the world more than you. I read the Bible better than you. Sometimes I ask, like, do you read? Do you stay with me? How much do you know about what I know about the world? Why do you think you know better than me? All time for our life now. So one show so be better. I know the word. I'm spiritually stronger than you. I know it. I am praying that the Holy Spirit should impact you with the spirit of understanding so that you know that I know better than this. Some of you know nothing about the spiritual matters. And when I am telling you, you have to listen about the spiritual things because I know it. I know it. You always want to know everything better than another person. That's the terrible thing about the construct of our society, the way our society has been constructed. Even things of the spirit, that the way, what I believe, my level of belief should not be something you know unless I tell you. You still come to tell me you're better than me in that aspect. What's wrong with people? Some of you sitting like this, you've already seen yourself seated at the right hand of God the Father Almighty with the Son standing somewhere. You know you're better. You're already in heaven. Why me? Or why others are not in heaven? Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us? The same as you've already seen yourself. I'm married. I'm better than her. I have a child. I'm a mother. When I go born, people that go born. I go born and I'm picking them. Hey, you never born. You never born. Sometimes I'm shocked when I hear another woman telling another woman, barren woman, you never born. Do you know what can happen to that your own baby you have? Do you know what can happen to your child? You say you're married. Do you know what can happen to your husband? You know what can happen to your marriage the next minute? You don't boast about things that you have no control over. No. No. It's a blessing. And you don't use your blessing to mock other people. You don't. When you're blessed, concentrate on thanking God. Don't use it to mock others because you have no idea. You have a child. Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Do you know what will happen next? You have no idea. See, Miss Mofuna, compact yourselves. Compact yourself. Don't sit face front with your life. If your life is smooth and good, face front, enjoy it. If you have some things to handle in your life, face front and handle it. Stop this jump from one level to another, trying to make yourself feel better. Trying to make yourself feel better by insulting other girls, other women, insulting other men, making men to think they are nothing because you have achieved this. Face front. Face front. Mirabeza, correct for be pastor. Hey! I've told you people that being a pastor's wife is a calling. I don't see myself for that calling. Being a pastor's wife is a whole call. It's a calling on its own. And as soon as me, I stand so. I'm not there. I don't see myself a calling. I don't want something that I'll get up one morning and God will be like, my daughter, come here. I need to talk to you. Come here. Come closer. I come. Why did you derail my son? Why did you derail my son? You derailed my son. My son who was a good servant, good and faithful servant, serving his people. He was serving his people. And then you came into his life and you derailed him. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Then I'll just stand up. Papa got in front and I saw you look place because I'm not even getting for you know why? Baby, you know why? I will come also go marry somebody pick and I passed away be despite all your life for preach. They would be waiting for Sunday morning we go and preach me. I don't go on vacation. Oh, don't travel. We don't travel. No one they call a pastor. We have been waiting for you. Pastor, the answer. Pastor, the answer now for this thing for Australia. Say, where my people, my people. My wife said we should travel. We need to travel. It's not for me. Be careful, guys. Be careful. Be careful. Do not boast about the things you do not have control over. I keep saying it. Don't boast. Do not boast. If you don't have control, when I say even education, when you go read so where your mind, you read so where your sense, you write, you get your certificate. These are things I even tell people, don't boast about it. Do not. It's true that your certificate cannot be taken away from you except fraud or anything happened along the line. It cannot be taken away from you. Do you know that people have been declared doctors actually, and they are still taken? I mean, when I'm talking about doctors, I mean academic doctors. Declared doctors, and the titles still taken back from them because after some time they realized that actually there was a fraud somewhere. The titles still taken from them. But you know, it's in very rare cases where your certificate can be taken away from you. You used your intelligence, you used your everything to do it. But I'm still saying that even those things, don't boast about those things because it was still like a blessing. There are people who are even more intelligent than you, but guess what? They've been struggling to get to that level. They're still not getting to that level. So many things are blessings. There's so many things that are blessings that we don't need to joke about these things. We don't need to boast. We don't need to make others feel bad. Because we have. So guys, I think we have really talked much about this. For how long should you date? For how long should you be in a courtship before you get married? And I guess we can really say that at the end of the day, like we said, no cutout rules and regulations for anyone to follow. But so many questions for you to ask yourself. And when you ask yourself and answer those questions, before you be dating, whether you're dating for 10 years, nobody will tell you whether you should date for 10 years or whether you should date for 2 months or for 3 months. You decide for how long you want to date by yourself. So I don't know if there are questions. Justly, we don't wait their summary. There's already a time for your summary. It didn't say time for Justly to summary. No mirror there. Time for Justly summary. Don't. Where is Olivia? Olivia, where are you? Where's Olivia? So, guys, I don't know if there's any point to add or any question. Mapo Papa. Any question? I want to ask question. Guys, my birthday is drawing nearer. Why? I don't old. I don't old, Suki. I don't old. My birthday is drawing nearer. I want to dance. Just still want to dance. True dance. True dance. So that you know that dance where you dance to make bang like that. So go down. Don't still want to dance. Humility should be the watchword in all. Justine, if you're there, Olivia, you're here. Justine, would they wait somebody? Justine, they say enjoy the music. It listen for Erico. No. They can't not be fashion that. The man, that's not be fashion. Mirabe, what's the idea? You say we both have. Justine, I don't want to hear about your neighbor. Ah, okay, Olivia, I understand my idea. Grace Manka, are you there? At least, guys, please don't worry. I'm calling the names I am easily seen here. I know if you're here and I'm not seeing you, thank you for being there. Thank you for joining. I love you guys. The same, like, the same. Like, the love is the love. The love is paka paka. The love is paka paka. Hey. Mirade, the born as ever the 90s. Small, I said small, we don't all. Oh, big sister. Hi, Vanessa. Child, Vanessa, are you coming now? Hey, Vanessa. Vanessa, pay a fine. When I tell Vanessa, me pay a fine for dog. Hey, ma. Hey, ma. Sorry, dear. Sorry, dear. And guys, one question, please. Justine, yes, Mirabe, okay. Justine first remain and put music, doesn't listen for music. Guys, please, I hope this 6 o'clock is okay, right? Like for us to start at 6. I hope it's okay. So that we don't always start late. I'm saying because some people come late sometimes, but I guess maybe 6 o'clock is an average time. What do we think? If you have any other idea, please just show. Let me see. If 6 o'clock is perfect for us to start at 6 o'clock, let me know. We are gradually ending it. If 6 o'clock is okay, we're not talking about end with this, you know. Now, should have this on one is listening for every cool. Summary is here, Mirabe. Does it not be summary? Let me pin. Okay, so the summary is here. Set goals, stick to them. Date for the right reasons. Be humble. Do not boast over natural things you can't control in life. Don't do anything to prove a point. Thank you, Justine. Those are just the summary. But I bet I've seen the summary is here. Hey. Try. Music will find so. Cameroon music we don't find no. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Thanks for being there. Thank you for showing so much love. Thank you for your contributions. I always look forward to reading from you people because I get to learn a lot from your comments too. Thank you so much for being there. Always there to support. This is like a gift to me. I always say so. Your support is like a gift to me. In as much as I could come and sit here and I say, oh, you know what? I'm giving out this knowledge for free. Even when you give out the knowledge for free. Yeah. Let me make and stop talking so that I'll feel okay. I don't know what's happening. You know, even when you give out a knowledge, it's wrong. When you give out a knowledge for free, right? It is a gift when you have a good feedback. It's a gift when you see that your knowledge is not being wasted. You know that even 2 or 3 persons, they listen to what you say. So even if you go on train to come and teach just 3 persons, at the end of the day, you're happy that these 3 persons are giving you a good feedback. They are making you know that, hey, guess what? Your knowledge is not going out there for nothing. So it's like a gift when people give you feedback, when people respond. That's exactly why you will see that Teachers, even when teachers teach, even though they are being paid, teachers who are passionate about their teaching, they don't just concentrate about their teaching. They are also passionate about their students actually passing, because when their students actually pass, it makes them feel good. It makes them, it encourages them, you know. So a teacher will be more passionate about the students passing even more than his salary. I'm talking about those passionate teachers. Ask them. Any teacher will tell you that they're passionate about their students making it. That's because it's a gift to get the feedback. It's a gift. I have my elder sister who has been a teacher for so many years. So many years. When she starts teaching, sometimes she might not even want to teach somewhere because she knows that immediately she starts, she'll create a bond with her students that she'll not want to leave them, especially if it's an examination class. She'll not want to leave them. There's this bond that you create with the people you teach, the people you talk to, the people you communicate with, the people you pass out the knowledge to, like I do here. There's this bond you create with people. So you enjoy it each time. There's a feedback that comes. And I'm so grateful for that. Thank you, Mirabel. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Oh, Justine, it's okay. I can really understand. I understand. I don't know your location, but I understand this network issue. But I'm happy because network never takes you out completely. You always jump in. You always come back. Even if it means you miss a part, you come back. I'm so happy. I thank you people so much. So guys, I love you much. See you people next week as I think about the next topic. It's going to be top. I'll keep thinking. And by the way, if you think of something about something really pertinent that you think we should talk about, we shouldn't keep it for long. You let me know early enough. That is before Thursday, so that I don't bring the new topic. You let me know before Thursday, then we are going to talk about that one. I will rather announce your topic so that we talk about. Thank you guys so much, and please let me see the last bye like usual before I end the show. The last bye from you. Oh, hey, when I know this song, when they made this song for nightclub, when DJ make this song for nightclub, hey. Good night, Vanessa. We love you, Mirabel. We love. Oh, thank you. We love you too. Thank you, Mirabel. Love you guys so much too. Thank you. Bye bye. I want to see the first buy will go turn up. The first buy will go show up. Bye 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 bye.